The government has called the railway minister a real minister. In fact, she has said that there is zero accountability from the railway minister.
Priyanka ji, another train accident today. What do you have to say?
I think it's extremely shameful and saddening as well because there's zero accountability coming from the railway minister. The railway minister has now become a real minister who's busy doing his PR. Half of the railway budget is probably, dedicated to his own publicity. It's shameful that every day, almost on a regular basis, we are hearing of derailments, good trains clashing amongst each other. Then we are also seeing train accidents, but no discussion happening in the parliament. We had also put in a request for 267 on the regular train accidents and passenger deaths that have happened, but we have not seen any discussion on this or any accountability coming from the railway minister. It is so unfair for the passengers that today they pay fares which are escalated. There is no senior citizen discount. General compartments have been reduced. You're seeing people from Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, packed to the sardines, almost literally, and traveling. So what kind of behavior is this? What kind of, I would say, accountability is this? Why is the Prime Minister not asking the Railway Minister to step down for his constant failures? It is so shameful to see him go to all these accident sites, shows 3-4 visuals of him going on a bike, going in a rickshaw, and creating some visual and spreading it across the media. But what in terms of accountability? It's shameful, and I would expect him to step down.
All right, so the opposition demanding the railway minister Vaishnav's resignation, and joining them is the Trinamool Congress cricketer turned politician Kirti Azaad, has reiterated the same, demanding the railway minister's resignation, in fact asking him to step down with immediate effect.
Kirti Azaad ji, another train accident today. What do you think is happening? Whose fault is this?
It's the entire fault of the central government, the railway ministry. It's been happening at monotonous regularity, and we don't expect this happening. I mean, when in 2011-12, Mamata Bandyopadhyay was the railway minister, she had put an anti-collision device system at that time. That Kavach, they renamed it to Kavach. About 111 various government schemes have been renamed, and Kavach is one of them. And nothing, only 3% of the tracks are covered under the Kavach system. So you're having these derailments, you're having these accidents. Who's responsible? After all, the rail minister has to take responsibility. I can understand it happens once, maybe twice, maybe thrice. But at regular, monotonous regularity, which is obviously a big question mark on this question. So he should resign, and the government should answer. They should terminate people, those who are responsible for this.
All right, so a very strong and demand there from the opposition that the railway minister must resign in the wake of these repeated train incidents. Let me go straight across now to CNN News 18's Pallavi for more on this. Pallavi, the opposition, in fact, has been maintaining for the longest time that, priority, Indian Railways should prioritize safety with immediate effect, and that the deployment of the anti-collision system Kavach must be given importance too.
Absolutely, and that is why the pot shots are being taken at the railway minister. One in that Kavach, he had spoken about the Suraksha Kavach, which according to the railway ministry and the minister earlier, Avantika, was the fact that how Indian railways are modernized and they are absolutely safe. Apart from that, the focus on Vande Bharat, that's also become one topic of pot shots being taken by the opposition parties, that you are launching such swanky trains, but the basic requirement of the train, which is a lifeline for the country, is that there is no safety. An accident almost every 15 days. Those are the kinds of barbs which are coming in. But it's not just a rail minister who's now the target of attack. Frankly speaking, it's now the attack is also on the Prime Minister to try and show that how one of the most flagship programs or infrastructural developments of this government, which has been claimed by the PM, is actually faulty. And the Prime Minister must take responsibility, and a lack of governance. So I'm sure when the Parliament session has already reconvened in a short while back, but this is also going to be another issue which opposition parties are expected to take on, to keep on attacking both the PM, the rail minister, and of course the government.